Hey everybody, this is Mr. Crafting. Today I'm accompanied by, you know him.
Billy.
Yep. This is Billy. He's a Naruto demon god. Like, he could probably solo most of the Naruto scaling community and the fan base community just of pure shit he knows, right? And like,
And spiritual pressure.
yeah, and spiritual pressure. Don't worry about that. He like, I'm only alive right now because I was graced by his presence. Like, I'm
You're
only.
welcome.
Thank you. Yeah, so like this is recommended. I don't have the comment up right now, but it's recommended by you person, I know your name, I'm just not gonna say it. Right, you wanted me to do the old Kage from Barto, like the old Hidden Leaf Kage, Hashirama, Minato, the third one, and Tobirama, right? Versus the new Barto Kage. And of course I had to get a person who knew everything and all about Naruto to join. So yeah, let's get into this. So, where do you think the old Kage scale? Just briefly, real quick.
Well, it's an extremely tough topic to go over, like the new gen Go-Kage versus the Hokages, other than like the Boruto era ones. Um, they are roughly Biju level. Some of them can maybe contend the Ten Tails at their strongest. That's pretty good, I guess.
Yeah, and like, if you're at one of the the Bijus aren't some joke. If you know anything about Naruto, they threaten nations. Like, if just one nation has one, they basically are like these powerhouses. Like some of them can even like shatter continents or stuff with some shit, and like the Ten Tails is like this world-ending threat, as shown in most the lore behind it as well. So
yeah, they're considered like natural disasters.
Yeah, and not even talking about the Ten Tails, who's just like cataclysmic world ender or something. So like and like I would say most of them, especially like the higher ones like Hashirama and Minato, would scale to like the Ten Tails to some degree. More leaning on the Hashirama side, scaling to the Ten Tails. You know what I mean? And
yeah, he pinned down his tails when he was Edo.
Yeah, and also we're using them at their primes. They're not in Edo, just so you know. This is just like for their prime versions, but we are giving Minato KCM, right?
Yeah, I might as well use them at his strongest to give the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, and like they all have interesting abilities. It'd probably take way too long to go over them all, but like just to name a few off, Minato's a teleporter in a sense. He can like put these seals on. He can put these. Sorry about that. He can put these seals on, like for example, his kunai to instantly teleport to places, as well as he's really skilled in Rasengans, and like he's a really and even the soul. What's it called? The Reaper?
The Reaper Death Seal.
Yeah, Reaper Death Seal, which is basically like a one shot to anyone almost.
What's interesting about that is like he used the Reaper Death Seal just to split Kurama in half. That's not even what he used to seal Ninetales. So he has like Ninetales level sealing on top of his Rasengan and FTG.
Right, and I believe it was stated he knew a lot more jutsus, like even forbidden jutsus besides just those one we just listed. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I don't know too much about like Heisen's abilities. Would you like to?
Hiruzen?
Yeah, Hiruzen. Would you like to maybe go over those real quick? Just like a few of them, not all of them. I believe it stated he knew all of them or something.
Yeah, it's stated that he knows all the jutsus in the Leaf Village. You can take that as you will. But he probably knows the majority of them if he's not limited by Kage Genkais. He should have Shadow Possession. He should have Mind Transfer Jutsus. He stated to have all those special Jutsus that reside from the Leaf. He was strong enough to combat Orochimaru even when he was at his oldest age. When he got brought back as an Edo, weaker than when he fought Orochimaru, when he was able to hold off the Buddha statue that everybody was struggling with. So he is a very strong Kage, stated to be the strongest in my time when he was old.
Sorry, I think my mic wasn't working. Is it working now?
Yeah, it was muted.
Alright, but you got done with I already were done. But yeah, he's in my opinion, he's probably one of the most hacked of the
Oh, absolutely.
Because if he knows every jutsu in the Hidden Leaf, then we just know how many jutsus they have.
He can throw down Bringer of Darkness to blind somebody. and then just like mind transfer and make them listen to him and stuff. Yeah, he just has a lot of abilities he can do and a lot of different cool matchups.
Right, and Tobirama, he's actually the creator of the after the space time jutsu that like Minato specializes in.
God, yeah.
Yes, he's actually the creator of it, and he also knows various more and like other like forbidden class jutsus. Am I right?
Yeah, he like created shadow clones. You know, it's kind of crazy how many jutsus this guy created that changed the history of Shinobi forever.
Right, and like and Hashirama, I think one of the more lesser hacks of the group, but like his abilities are still not the joke at. He has the rarest and only person by naturally that actually has the wood release. Am I right?
Yes, I mean the only other person to have it are people that got his DNA.
Right. So and like it's very unique. He can create many wood clones as well as many wood objects, as well as he has a very unique healing factor that can bring him back from a lot of shit.
Yeah, he's like fucking Wolverine.
Yeah. And I think that's going over like most of their like their abilities. And if you want a quick speed scaling, just like even someone like Orochimaru was stated to be able to dodge photon beams, as well as like even like someone like even the Raikage was stated to be like light speed, and even like Minato is like this light speed timer in his like older days, like younger days. So like we know that they're pretty fast.
Yeah, they should all be around light speed or faster.
Yeah. And I think it's probably time to go over the new Kage, right? So you want to go over their abilities real quick?
I mean, yeah, they their abilities are like they're not as hacked as the Hokage are.
They're kind of flashy.
Like, yeah, they're just like big explosive hits and stuff. Like we all know what Gaara can do.
I feel like Gaara is the most hacked of all of them. He has some ceiling. He has some pretty good ceilings. He did keep most of the abilities from Shikaku that during his like Jinchuriki days, so he's still pretty hacked out.
Yeah, he has his ceiling. He can restrain people by implanting sand into their body, like he did with Madara. I mean, he's just has so many things he can do.
Right, he was able even to restrain a fused Momoshiki for a good time. Well, by time like a second, but still, that's a feat.
Yeah, it's a feat considering all the other ones got blitzed.
Yeah, and which is actually on like Bartos part. It's actually pretty good that they remembered Gaara should naturally be stronger than the rest. I do give him that. I mean,
that was pretty cool. Yeah, to see that he was actually just blatantly stronger than the other Kage. That was nice to see.
Yeah, I thought we all know Bartos scaling's kind of fucking trash. It's not trash. It's just like what even happened.
It ain't good.
Yeah, but the fact that they had that detail, I always loved that, because Gaara has always been one of my favorite characters. He's kind of one of the reasons why I love Shikaku so much.
He's a good foil to Naruto, to be honest.
Yeah, it's just sad that he kind of got kind of fodderized with the rest of the rest. But who knows? Maybe now Naruto without Kuruma and like Gaara may be more on par. Who knows?
Maybe.
Actually, that's a debate. That's a debate, maybe.
Probably a debate you can have, sure.
But anyway, so and the other Kage. Now, if I'm being entirely honest, I really know jack shit about their abilities. I just know they're kind of flashy. Would you like to maybe explain some of their abilities?
Sure. Like they have swords that they can change shapes and weapons and smack Kinshiki and stuff with. They can seal him in ashes and stuff. I mean, they were about to get messed up by Kinshiki before Sasuke saved them, but they were actually able to restrain Kinshiki. So they do scale the Kinshiki vaguely. And they were pressing Momoshiki as well, like Darui, Gaara, and all of them were chasing Momoshiki, making them run away.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of most of their abilities. They're very few, but that's basically it. In terms of scaling, well, like they were actually been training to fight Kage level foes for what 20 odd years since Shippuden, something like that.
It'd be around like 13. I
think.
think.
13. Yeah, 13. Oh, sorry, 13 odd years, right? So they've been explicitly stated to be training for Kage level foes, and wouldn't make sense they could push Momo and Kenshiki. So Kenshiki more, Momo was like whatever. Like
he was just annoyed by him.
Yeah. But like so that's a really amp to their power. Even we mentioned that a Gaara, was able to restrain a fused Momo, granted for a second, but still restrained Momoshiki is still a feat nonetheless. And I think that, and of course their speed would, scale to like Kage level people as well. And like I think that kind of covers their scaling for both sides.
Yeah, I mean, these guys are just, like you said, they trained for Kaguya. They came, like Sasuke thought they were going to be useful against the Kaguya level threat.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that Fused Momoshiki gave them the hands, they didn't know he could fuse. But he did deem them as useful. They came in, they did press Kinshiki, and they did a good job.
Yeah, and so you want to break? So we talked about who we think would win. Would you like to break the news on who do we think would win?
Yeah, we can break this ice right now.
All right, so without further ado.
Yeah, the new gen Gokage unfortunately step on their heads really easily.
Yes,
it's not even close.
Yes, it's like, okay, so I would say that Minato and Hashirama are the stronger out of the four. Would you say?
Yeah, probably.
No. If y'all want to debate who's strongest, whatever, debate that in the comment section. We're not debating that, but still, for example, Hashirama was able to hold back the 10 tails. Even Minato was able to redirect a Biju bomb from him in base, and they all they all have these they all have these good feats compared to Biju. But here's the thing: the Biju came from Kaguya, and the 10 tails is about a fraction of that power, right? So. Yeah, and these new Kage have been training to fight Kage level people, even pushing Momo, Kenshiki. Who's the girl? What's her name again?
Man.
Well, that one bitch, the one girl, Hokage, right? Kage, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was able to punch Rinshiki so hard that he just went flying.
She's actually the one that skilled him too.
Yeah, so and these people are able to push Renshiki and Momoshiki to a degree, even Gaara of all being the strongest out of all of them, and holding back a fused for a second. It's these guys, and I don't care what y'all say, Renshiki and Momoshiki do stomp Kaguya, but even if you disagree with that, they are still trained to fight Kaguya level people, and the old Kage have no chance. If they have no chance against Jubito or Six Path Madara, then what chance do they have against Kaguya?
Yeah, I mean, imagine Hashirama, the strongest, debatably of the Kage, of the Hokage. He scales to a live Madara. Now you imagine giving Madara a 10 tails. It's they don't even scale to that.
Yeah.
And they don't scale anywhere near that. They said Jubito was stronger than them.
Bro, Obito, Obito was killing. Literally didn't he he literally killed two of them, right? Or at least he killed the third one. He would
have killed them too. He first thing he did was speed blitz Hashirama and Tobirama, and then he smashed Minato.
Yeah. So they're pretty. It doesn't even matter the hacks they have. Maybe if they all work together, they can maybe take down one of them with this Reaper Death Seal. That's a big maybe, a big what if.
Yeah, I don't think they're fast enough. Yeah.
Yeah, no, maybe if these guys are just maybe if they came back from a drunk party or something, maybe. They just got back celebrating their victory from Ishiki or something. They're
They're celebrating Ishiki. That's funny. I mean, he said, you have these guys. They all scale the Kaguya vaguely. Even if they scale below Momoshiki, they would still scale the Kaguya. Sasuke thought they were useful against the Kaguya level threat. And then you have these guys who don't even scale to Jubito. The gap in power is just way too big. There's no way they can overcome that.
This is...
Yeah, there's just nothing they have at all. Even their hacks are terrible too, you know what I mean? They're not terrible, their hacks just won't matter in this fight.
Unless they were equal.
which we're going into right now. So just a little fan service. We're just like, okay, what if they were all equal? We're gonna talk about who you think. This will be really quick, just like, you know, a big old what if. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're under the same opinion. I think that the Hokage are super hacked. I think that if they had equal stats to the new Gen Gokage, obviously barring Naruto, I think they would win pretty easily.
Yes, of course. Like, you know, these so like you said, they're just like, we agree that Gaara is the most hacks out of all of them. Which he does have good hacks, not gonna lie, he has some really good abilities. But like, they don't compare to things like the Reaper Death Seal, the darkness when you're talking about, or like any of the other thousands of jutsus they would know. Even technically, I can't pronounce his name. I'm terrible with names. Horizon, like Hiruzen, right? Would technically even have multi-shadow clone jutsu, right? The same thing.
I mean,
Naruto.
he could just like use shadow clone jutsus and have them mind transfer all the other Gokage.
Oh, better, yeah. You just make like 100 of his shadow clones, right, and just like make them all use Reaper Death Seal and just pluck their souls.
Yeah, I mean, it's debatable how that works, but we do see him do that against the Edos that Orochimaru used on him. But he did Reaper Death Seal the Edos.
Yeah, so like, you know, this is a pretty yeah, so if they're more equalized in terms of stat wise, the like new would you say the old Kage, is it a stomp, or is it like, you know, how would you say like the old Kage, how badly do they beat the new ones if it was equal?
Well, we haven't even seen the new gen Gokage do anything too crazy hacks wise. I mean, they have some decent sealing and stuff, but basically all of their impressiveness comes from their scaling, not really from their hacks. Yeah. I think that the Hokages, they have seals they can place on people. Like Minato put a seal on somebody, and somebody went to go hit him. He could just switch places with that person, and or make that person teleport in front of his hand.
And like, here's the thing, right? I know some people might be like, oh, like you have to take into like character as well, like, you know, what these characters like, you know, hold back. No, Minato for one, he will kill you in cold blood.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like all these guys would all these guys would kill you in cold blood, especially if you're no Uchiha. Then like, you know, fucking Tobirama's gonna commit World War II genocide on you.
Like, I mean, yeah, all these guys are willing to just kill on sight. They come from a generation where they had to.
Yeah, even Horizon. Yeah, I said it. I actually said it. Horizon, like even he came from that, bro. It's kind of, why is like Minato, like he should be the less one to kill on sight. He's like one of the ones that would just kill you on sight.
Yeah, he goes right for the throat. He doesn't mess around.
Yeah, and like I would actually, who do you think is more like blood? Like, who's more like, what would this describe? More bloodthirsty, like more like, who
more
you think,
deadly.
The more deadly. Would you say it's Minato or Hashirama? Because Hashirama has something. I don't care if you're my blood, I'll kill you if you threaten to leave. You know what I mean? So like,
listen, if these guys are like threatening the Elite Village and it's hot and they're fighting Hashirama,
oh, he solos
on equal stat.
Yeah.
Like, he's definitely just gonna go for the kill immediately.
Yeah, he killed his blood brother basically over this shit.
Yeah, like Madara, he just like had a clone behind him and stabbed him in the back.
Which is bullshit in my opinion. He would have won, bro. I don't know how you feel on this. I feel like one of the big key factors why Hashirama won almost like all the times because he had a healing factor. I think that was a big win con.
Oh yeah, I mean, you see him take damage from the fight, and just next panel he doesn't have damage anymore. That healing factor played a big role.
Yeah, I feel like if he didn't have that, bro, that's like, it's like such a fucking, I just feel like it's so unfair. For Madara, bro, I don't care. Every time I love Hashirama, right? But like, I don't care. Every time I see that same, like, bro, you're a bitch for that.
And it sucks that he had to do it, and I get why he did it, but because of him, like, the cycle of hatred kept going.
Yeah. But like, and regardless if these guys are equal stats, it's a pretty decent stomp in their favor. But if under normal circumstances, they are like gonna get stopped by the new Kage, which is really, really underwhelming because I don't really like the new Kage except from Gaara. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think the most of them are pretty lame other than Gaara.
Right. Actually, Gaara got some disrespect points with that new cut. Like, why did everyone get terrible haircuts? Apart from Sasuke.
Why did he do a comb over?
Yeah, apart from Sasuke. Sasuke's hair is like whatever, but in the manga when we first see his hair, it's like, just why? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was curly on the ends and everything. It was horrible.
Bro, he didn't even look like Sasuke.
He looked like Michael Jackson.
Yeah, honestly. Yeah, so that's pretty, in normal circumstances, the new Kage stomp without a dream, without at all. If they're maybe drunk from celebrating, they might be able to take out one, but under like equal stats circumstances, it's literally the opposite. They stomp in their favor.
Yeah, this is definitely a case of Boruto power clipping, unfortunately.
Yeah, honestly, Baruto kind of should have ended at like it should have just ended at like Naruto Shippuden. Like I would have honestly, if they really wanted Momoshiki in it, they could have easily just like made the last and then made like the Baruto movie and just end it. Boom, that's it. You know what I mean?
I think that's what Kishimoto wanted to do. He said he didn't want to get involved with Boruto because of the escalation would be too high.
Yeah, like honestly, here's what it should have been: Naruto Shippuden, Naruto the Last, Naruto. Like instead of calling it Baruto the movie, they should call it Naruto the final movie, something like that.
I agree. I think Boruto shouldn't have happened.
Yeah, it's like I do like Momoshiki. He's actually one of my favorite villains. It's just mostly because his design and kind of how his character works. But like it's just stupid. Don't even get me started about Urashiki, fucking bitch.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna talk about Urashiki. I'm gonna pretend like he doesn't exist.
Yeah, I don't see him as existing. I don't know why people even bring him up.
Wait, who? Urashiki? I've never heard of him.
Yeah, what? There's no such thing. No, but like, yeah, I think that kind of wraps up this video. And thanks again for joining. If you liked it, maybe you'd like to be in more videos in the future. I'm gonna need you when I talk about Naruto stuff.
I'll be eager to join whenever you want me in.
Yes, and this is actually a really good debate. I'm sorry my mic cut out sometimes. That was weird. Anyway, yeah, and like, that's all. Any thoughts you'd like to say? Anything in general?
No, if you like the video, just subscribe. Make sure you hit that like button.
Yeah.
And if you have any questions, there's Discord servers you can join, and go ahead and ask me questions to me too.
And yeah, we're close to 200 subs, and when I actually hit 200 subs, you actually be seeing a new pace of videos. I'm be doing this more of like talking, but I'm gonna be still doing power scaling, but I'm also gonna be going into like talking about the verse and characters themselves. So you want to see more of that, just click, just click the red button, just right there. It's really easy.
Just do it.
Anyway, yeah, so that's all, Mr. Crafty and
Billy.
out.